Hey guys, Dylan here. I got this 2019 Toyota Highlander. I'm gonna show you how to get the tranny out, how to get it back in, how to fill it up. I'm gonna show you all the steps. Hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to support my channel. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's get straight to it. All right, guys, I just got done with the top of this 2019 Highlander. I took the shield off, air box. This is the shifter bracket. Then all the little brackets. I started on the bell bolts. Then I did the starter bolts. Then the rest of the bell bolts. This is what it looks like. That's one of the brackets. Right here is one of the brackets. I still gotta remove that ground. That's a 10. The hard bell bolt was the one that's back down in there. I used a long wrench to get it off. And then I used that setup there to get all the other bell bolts because they were pretty tight. And it's a Toyota, so I used 10s, 12s, 14s, and 17s so far. There's the stuff I removed. First that top shield, then that, then the air box, then the starter. Don't forget to unhook your battery. I also took that 17mm motor mount bolt out. This is what it looks like when it's hung. Took those little plastic pieces off. That's secured straight to the transmission. And then I got that hung there. There's two very similar bolt holes right next to each other. Alright guys, I think I'm ready to pull the subframe. Wheels and tires, 5 pounds of shields. These are the subframe bracket bolts. These are motor mount bolts. Lower control arm bolts, more shield. These are the sway bar in-link bracket bolts. These are bolts that held the little bracket with the deal in the front. That thing for the motor mount on the side. And these are for the other side motor mount. I got my rack hung. Pretty self-explanatory. I'll show you what it looks like. All right guys, I just removed my rack bolts. That's what they look like. They got these little notches on them. Put the black water on you. Gross. Alright guys, this is a layer that I removed after I removed the subframe. Here's how I pulled the axle. Took the bolts out, just air hammered the axle out. It's pretty easy. Took that bracket off the front. There's bell bolts. These are bell bolts as well. This is the back bell bolt. And I had to take that shield off to get access to one of the bell bolts. And the torque converter bolts, there were 6 of them. Pretty self-explanatory. I had to leave this axle in. This axle nut was starting to destroy itself and I was able to get it tight. So I just popped the axle, I'm gonna let it hang. Got a high horse under the motor. And now it's time to pull it. See, I left that mount on there like that. Left the exhaust on. You can see how I removed the line assembly. That's because the new one comes with just these two. The bracket from the exhaust in the back. 14mm. Converter stuck. The answer is always 2 pry bars, one in the front, one in the back. Maybe up top and undo my chain real quick. And the ground in the back, 12mm. And I get my air ratchet on both just fine. Always something else. Right here was where the ground was there, and the harness was bolted here on this stud. Alright, start the day at 7. It's 9:30. It took me 2.5 hours to get it out. That's including racking the car and turning the heat on and opening the shop. So, alright, I'm about to install this unit. The main things you got to check for are 2 dowels. One dowel on the top right, one dowel in the front, one dowel up there, one dowel down here. Make sure you got 2 dowels in it. Make sure your wires aren't hanging near the bell housing seam, and install it. There's the exhaust bracket I moved at the very end. Alright, flushed. Get your converter moved. I'll give you the rundown real quick. So bell housing, torque converter is the order we do stuff. This black torque converter bolt is the first one you put in. It has a shoulder in it. And if you put that one in first, then the rest of them will line up. They're all 14s. I'm turning the flywheel with a 7/8 wrench. Always turn it clockwise. So there's 6 of these, but there's only one that's black. It's the first one you put in. I'll show you how to fill it. I can't show you every step. I got shit to do. Right here's your fill hole. It's got a standpipe on it. I always just pump into standpipes instead of using the fill. So I'm just gonna pump fluid in there till it comes out, start it, and then pump fluid in there till it comes out, and I'll be good to go. I'll show you what it looks like when it's running out. That ain't it. See, there's ATF in there. Got a bucket just in case. When it's running out, I'm gonna make sure it looks like that when it's running, and I'll be in good shape. All right, now it's running. It was coming out. That means it's full. Tighten this up, spray it off, and then test drive it. Good to go. Thanks for watching. Got that 2019 Highlander done. Went in pretty easy. Not a lot of issues, but thanks for watching. I'm gonna stick a couple videos up over there. You check them out, I'd appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to support my channel. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Let's keep them moving. On to the next one.